I remember about 10 years ago, my cousin talking about something called inner truth. It was before people started saying the it factor. Like, it was literally an acronym for it, IT. Like, what is it? You've got it. Everyone has it, they just don't know it. This inner truth, the more I think about it, is literally exactly what we're talking about, what sovereignty is, and no one knows they have it. It's like if I ask anyone, why is government good? Can you tell me why you think government is good? All the reasons, like I should have brought that book from Corey. The book that I'm referring to is called Slavery Gone for Good by Corey Engelott, and it has a list of every reason that people advocated for slavery in the abolitionist times, and it correlates it, like, not even equivocally, like equally to the reason why people advocate for government today. If I had that list, I would say that these reasons the people advocate for government being good and why we need it, all of them, what they have in common is the people who are being asked why it's good don't realize that they don't need the government, and they have the power within themselves and the community to do everything that government provides, and in doing so prevent the immoral actions, the immorality that government does provide. Those people will be held accounted to. Like right now, people, if they're in government, if they're affiliated with any state, they can just, especially because it's basically their job, if they're gonna hurt someone, or if it's in their line of fire while they're doing duty, then, you know, that's just where you were at the time. And, you know, like fucking throwing a brick through my window and just to fucking welfare check my wife. Anyway, like I was saying, the government can do stuff. Well, people within government can do stuff that other people can't. That shouldn't be how it is. You can't see that shouldn't be the way it is. So there's my question. Why can't you see that shouldn't be the way it is? Okay, had to come inside. That cricket was starting to get annoying. Found the book that I wanted to read about. This is a segment called But Without Slavery. Any covert slavery is not necessary evil, as some people may claim, because the same argument could have been made for overt slavery in the past. It is no coincidence that the same exact arguments against the abolition of chattel slavery are essentially the same exact arguments against the abolition of political slavery in governments. The following example arguments would be made by an individual who is mentally enslaved with statism. In other words, these are claims against the efforts of abolitionism, often merely justifications made in ignorance of conscience, morality, and ownership. Slavery is natural. Government is natural. Slavery has always existed. Government has always existed. Every society has slavery. Every society has government. Slaves are not capable of taking care of themselves. People are not capable of taking care of themselves. Without masters, the slaves will die off. Without government, the people will die off. Where the common people are free, they are even worse off than slaves. Where the common people have no government, they are much worse off. Without slavery, the former slaves would cause chaos and other evils. Without government, the people would cause chaos and other evils. Trying to get rid of slavery is foolishly utopian and impractical. Trying to get rid of government is foolishly utopian and impractical. Forget abolition. A far better plan is to keep the slaves sufficiently well fed, clothed, housed, and occasionally entertained, to keep their minds off their exploitation, by encouraging them to focus on the better life that awaits them in the hereafter. Forget anarchy. A better plan is to keep the slaves sufficiently well fed, clothed, housed, and occasionally entertained, and to take their minds off their exploitation by encouraging them to focus on the better life that awaits them in the hereafter. Without slavery, who will pick the cotton? Without slavery, who will build the roads? There will be slavery always. There will be government always. The slaves can go to a better plantation. The people can go to a better government. We can change the rules of the plantation or how it runs so the slaves can have more freedom. We can change the leaders or the laws so the people have more freedom.